Hi and welcome. So, today we are going to talk about a little bit of everything. Something about this beautiful bike I am riding, something about shooting and shooters, and maybe about the beautiful JP Nagar and Jayanagar. I am headed to Jayanagar right now from JP Nagar. The roads are messed up as usual. But beautiful part of Bangalore city, JP Nagar and Jayanagar is, it's a fantastic place to live. So, a little bit of the bike. This is my BSA Gold Star 650. It's a absolute beast of a bike to ride in cities and on highway. It's absolutely phenomenal power, on demand, single cylinder. It's very difficult to pick things that are wrong on this. You have to be really negative person to pick wrong things about it. In fact, any other bike also these days, most of the bikes are really good. But this one is quite phenomenal because it's a single cylinder and the kind of engine sound and the thump it has, right? It is really, really beautiful. So wherever you are, you're just, hopping and popping every corner. So this is really beautiful bike. And coming to shooting, one of the points that I wanted to tell a lot of shooters, right, especially I want to address those shooters who are failing continuously, who've been failing at competitions non-stop. And if you see what category of shooters who fit into this failure bracket is generally the adults, seniors, who started shooting pretty late. Like anybody after 25, from 25 to 30s and 30 to 55, any person who started much later in life. First of all, they have a severe disadvantage that their scores between people who are between 21 to 45, their scores are the highest. Okay, you have to achieve the highest scores. So that is first of your major problems. Okay, so to qualify. And second thing, majorly what problem these people face is because they are already facing many challenges in life. Their bit of learning is already over. Their mind has stopped, it ceased to learn. So whenever they come to shooting, whenever it comes to shooting and practicing in range, they are thinking they are practicing. Yes, they are practicing but not learning. That's the biggest problem I have seen. I always tell, please learn. Learning is the key, not practicing. Practicing can't help you. And because these people practice so much, they forget to learn. They assume that they are learning. Absolutely not. They are not learning. Right? Learning is subconscious. Like what's happening right now. I'm riding my bike. I've already learned how to ride this bike in every possible way. So right now my brain didn't tell me that I had to shift gears. It just did it. Right? And if I have to apply brakes, I would apply. And if I have to accelerate, go past this vehicles, it just happens. I don't have to think twice. See, again, there is a shift of gear which I never even thought. See, these are all subconscious activities. So some level of subconscious activation, learning has to happen when it comes to shooting. So majority of adults, unlike kids, right? Kids, what they are doing is, first of all, their demand is low. The scores they have to shoot to qualify is very low. Right, pathetically low. So it's fine. They are able to cope up with it. It's a good challenge for them at their age, but they are able to overcome. Sometimes even shoot better than requirement. But these adults are not able to manage because, first of all, their challenge is high and they are not upgrading their skill. They are not learning at all. So that's the first challenge. Second, they are way too quick to get to competitions. They hardly learn anything and they want to get to competitions first. They fail their first competition, the first excuse starts. The first excuse is, sir, I went only for experience. Well, you want experience, you don't get married for experience, no. So think of it, come on. You have to level up, right? I always tell, please level up first. If you want to pick competition based on your averages. Whenever you are ready for competition, shoot for 4 weekends. Okay, this is my metric. Shoot for 4 weekends as a challenge. Let's say first weekend of the month, you take shot. Let's say you shot 360. Next weekend you shot 370. Then you shot 350. Okay, then again you shot 360. Now total that, divide by 4. That's your average, right? That average will definitely hold good when it comes to competition. And nothing else will hold good in competition. Those 4 weekend matches are your real values, right? In those real values, if you are shooting under the pre-national requirement, please don't go to competitions. It's quite simple. Okay, so you have to remember that competition is not the measure, skill is the measure. So people, please understand, learn shooting first. Okay, like anything else you learn, be patient with it. Okay, and how do you learn? What is the process of learning? Understand that. First step you need to do, according to me, is every single time you walk into the shooting range, kindly ask yourselves, are you ready to learn? That's the first biggest question you guys need to ask. Are you ready to learn? Are you there to just shoot your frustration of your office, your family, your headaches, or are you there to learn? That's my first question. If you are not there to learn, what are you trying to do? Just practice? Not required. You can sleep and you can imagine shooting, lie on your bed, imagine shooting. That's better practice than imagining the process. Running it over your mind continuously is better process than actually coming and wasting time at the shooting range. First. Second, dry fire is where everybody damages their shooting. Okay, I've seen time and again people spending hell lot of time in doing dry fires, which is absolutely no use. Nor they get the height right, nor they get the process right, nor they get the stability right. Ask any student who's holding on the wall, go up to him and say, how is the stability? I say, fantastic. And ask them, try to shoot. Sir, my hand shakes only when I am in front of the target. Now, what sort of an excuse is that? As a coach, we really get tired and explaining things. What you can't do, what you cannot do in wall practice, you can never do it in your match or your shooting practice, live fire. Okay, what you can't do in your dry fire, you can't do in your live fire. So this is extremely, extremely crucial. So kindly remember this important point. So while doing dry fire, be extremely, extremely vigilant of your mind, your process, your breathing. Fix each one of those. Without fixing that, you're not going to achieve anything in shooting. This is guaranteed. Take it in writing. Okay, that's major problem. Post this, match application is different. Okay. So you have to see what are the things that are affecting you during your match practices. Okay, so you just need to check what are the things that are affecting you during the matches, and those are the things you need corrections for. Okay, it is not match pressure. I can take a bet 90% of the people who are continuously failing in competition, you have no match pressure. My simple point is you have no skill required for that level. As simple as that. Those people who genuinely have mental problem, those people who are capable of shooting in weekend matches, if you are capable of shooting 365, 370 on continuous basis, then you go to competition and you have some problem, it can be easily sorted because you only need to look beyond the technique. You're not looking at the technique as a problem, you're looking at person as a problem. But the problem with these people who are shooting lower in practice matches as well as in matches, then it is the technique that is faulty, because in practice you are able to switch to your regular practice and subconscious, and you are not able to do that in your weekend matches also. Okay, so you have to remember that, and you need to fix that first, right? So, and another problem is majority of the shooters, what they do is their personal best they always tell as average. Okay, so if you talk to any shooter and tell them what is that major one thing, what is your score, they would say 365. That would be 365 would have been his personal best for from 6 months. He wouldn't have shot that score again. but they would say that is my personal way, that's my average. You tend to believe that. No, that's a lie. You can't lie to yourself when it comes to shooting. Okay, so fix these problems, have an attitude to learn, see where the problem is. If your technique is faulty, please fix the technique. If you can't shoot straight, if your shots are going left and right, bus, you cannot survive in pistol shooting. Your shots cannot go left and right of 9, right? It has to be in a straight line. That's the basic fundamental measure. If it's going up and down, then there is a different problem, and that is easily solvable. This problem is definitely not solvable. Okay, I will not get to the technical part of it, but one point, as I said, is shooting in the 9 ring, so you can't afford to shoot on left and right side. You know, if it goes high and low, 9, 8, 7 is fine. You know, that is easily fixable. But what you cannot fix is something you try to do in what do we say, when you're shooting left and right, okay, of the target. So you need to fix that. So just remember these points and try to work on them. If you have any technical problems and if you feel that there is something more you need technically, yes, of course, I'm willing to share that on my channel. So if you like this, please do share and subscribe, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed the view of Jayanagar, one of the most beautiful parts of city, completely covered in trees. And during rains, of course, we have a problem. A lot of branches keep falling, but it's a very beautiful area to, you know, stay, south side of Bangalore. So this is Jayanagar, where I came through JP Nagar to Jayanagar, and fantastic. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and like and share and subscribe for more such videos. Thank you.